Hey, hi everybody, this is Rajesh and welcome to my YouTube channel Confidence in English with Raj. Today I have something very important as this is the kind of phrase or sentences that I keep on talking to all of you guys. But you know the basic importance of this channel is to learn and communicate well in English. In my prior video, I had just talked about that there are certain importance of grammar as well, and I just gave you certain examples that what are the grammar part that we need to know or that we need to focus on. So in this video I'm going to talk about those grammar part, but the very first thing that I'm going to talk to all of you guys is all about modal verbs, right? It seems that modal verbs is a new terminology, but it's not a new thing. You might have heard or you might have used it many a times in your communication while making sentences, but actually you are not aware that which grammar it is all about. So today I'm going to talk the importance of the modal verb itself. So here let's start. As I said that modal is a kind of verb. We call it auxiliary verb or we also call it helping verb, right? So what is the use of that? First we have to understand. So if we talk about the modal verb, we can say whenever there is a chances of possibility, whenever we are using the sentence to advise someone, whenever we are using the sentences for some probability, right? Basically modal verb talks about some kind of ability, possibility, impossibility, right? Kind of suggestion, kind of advice, kind of permission. So whenever you are thinking about creating a sentence where you have to use these kind of sentences, where you have to show some kind of ability, right? You must be thinking what are those words which are basically used to do this. So it is very simple. Can, past tense could be could. May, past tense could be might. Shall, past tense could be should. Will, past tense is would, right? So these are the kind of words basically used to show or to express some kind of advice, possibility or probability, right? So we will talk about all those words in our videos step by step, because it is not something that I want to teach you modal verbs only, but at the same time you have to learn how can I use it in my general life, how can I use it when I am going to speak something and when I am going to converse with something, because the intention of this channel is to teach you, to guide you and to mentor you how to communicate well in English. So whatever I am going to teach you, whatever I am going to guide you, the purpose is all behind that I want you to communicate well in English by using those words and sentences and those grammars, right? So it is not something that I will give you a lot of understanding and you have to know grammar in depth. I am just going to touch upon the base to understand whatever you are going to speak, at least you are aware that what this word is all about. So now I will talk about the characteristic of the modal verbs, because without understanding the characteristic, it will really be very difficult for you guys to make the perfect utilization in your general day-to-day communication. The very first thing or the very first characteristic that we can point out is that it never changes its forms. Forms means sometimes we use es, s, ed to change the form of a verb. So in the modal, we never use any other form except what is given. Second characteristic is it is used without to. It is called bare infinitive. Means you cannot use to after the modal verbs. You have to use verbs first form. As I said that modal verbs is basically used to show some certain kinds of ability, to take certain kinds of permission, right? So today I will try to make the best utilization of one modal verb, that is may. I have noted it down. Don't worry about that part. You can't see it, but I have noted it down all those points which I am sharing with all of you. and it might be possible that I can see the same thing and can illustrate the same example. So whenever we are taking the example of may, you must have used it many a time, but you never thought where exactly we are using may. May, wherever we think of taking any kind of permission, you must have seen, right? May is basically also used for the possibility, and may is also used basically for the polite suggestion. So there are basically three places where may is basically used. But how can I use it? How can I use it in my personal life? Where can I use it for communication purpose? That is a matter of thinking, right? So you need to think a lot to understand if I'm talking to you something. The very first thing that you need to think about, if we're talking about the permission, then you must have in your mind those days of your childhood when you used to take a permission from your teacher and you used to ask, may I come in sir, may I come in madam? So this is a kind of permission. But you can also use can in place of may. But you will certainly ask, what exactly is the difference between may and can, right? So obviously we will differentiate all those points in my coming videos, but here I'm just trying to give you simple examples to understand and to remind you that you already know certain things. Just the matter of thing is that you are not aware that these are called modal verbs, right? So when we talk about the possibility, so what kind of sentences I can create? I can create a sentences, maybe he is saying right. Correct? So maybe, comma, he is saying right. So what does it mean? Because I am not trying to tell you things in Hindi, but it doesn't mean you cannot understand. Maybe he is right means there is a probability, there is a possibility that he is right, but he is not sure. So when you are not sure about something, when you are not 100% sure, then you can use may or maybe. Second word, there may be another chance to take the exam. What does it mean? We are thinking of a situation where exam got cancelled just because of XYZ reason. So again we are talking about there may be possibility that exam can be conducted again, right? So we are talking about the possibility part. We may be coming to your place today evening. So there is a possibility but not guaranteed. I am not committing that I will certainly come, but there is a possibility that I can come today evening. So in that situation also we are using may. It may be a good idea to start saving money, right? It may be good idea to start working on this idea. So you keep on practicing. I'm just giving you a couple of examples, but you can start creating your own examples. You can start thinking of the situation where you can use those sentences, right? And this is what in my earlier videos I also told you, that if I'll give you one example, if I'll give you one sentence, then try to create multiple sentences based on your situation, your circumstances, and the situation which is to happen in the coming days. And this way you will have a good command over the word and sentences, and it will guarantee you that next time when you will speak it out, when you will have a conversation with someone else, you will not forget those words and sentences. Our ultimate goal is to teach you and to guide you to communicate well. So it is not about that I am teaching you grammar. My focus is not to teach you grammar. My focus is not to tell you how to make the best sentences. My purpose is how to own those sentences so that next time you can utilize it, right? Here I gave you a couple of examples of possibility. Now I will give you a couple of examples where you are taking permission, polite permission. And you know very well where to use polite and where to be impolite. With your friends you are impolite, right? But with your seniors, or you can say with your boss, with your teacher, with your faculty member, you are very polite. So this is the place where you are using may. So I have couple of sentences like, for asking a permission, may I leave the room? But again, to deny, we can say no, you may not. Second sentence, may we use your phone? It is a polite way of asking. Yes, you may be. No, you may not. This is the way I can answer the questions. Third thing, we basically use may for the wish, right? You must have heard a lot of good people, or you can elder people in our past days, we they used to wish us. What kind of wishes were those? May God bless you. You must have heard a lot of time. May you live long. May you live to an old age. So this way you can create multiple sentences. What is the purpose? That you are wishing someone good luck. You are wishing someone for their well-being. You are wishing someone to live long, right? So these are the three, you can say, that kind of thing where we are using may for our purpose. Well, a more thing I want to add here, that may is basically used to show the probability, possibility in the present tense and for the future. But there is might, that is basically used for the past possibility and past possibility. I have written down a couple of examples. I will show you. I might see you tomorrow. There is a possibility that I will see you tomorrow. It looks nice. It might be very expensive. It's quite bright. It might not rain today. What does it mean? Basically, we are using might when we are not sure about something. There is another word called might, that is the past of may. But might is also used basically to express the kind of possibility in the present or in the future. So I have noted down a couple of examples where you might see certain words, certain possibility with these sentences. So what are those sentences? Here is them. I might see you tomorrow. So here is the possibility that I will see you tomorrow, but I have used I might see you tomorrow. So you can generate certain more sentences like that. My doctor might see me tomorrow. I might see you tomorrow. My sister might come tomorrow. But there is a possibility, not 100% surety. There is a couple of more sentences that I have written it down. It looks nice. It might be very expensive. Means you have gone to your shopping mall, or you can say that you have gone for shopping and you have seen something. It looks very nice, but it might be very expensive. Means there is certain possibility that it could be very expensive, right? So there are certain modal verbs that you can use. It is not something like that there is a very selected word that you have to use. You can use multiple words based on the situation. There is one more word. It's quite bright. It might not rain today. Means there is a possibility that it might not rain today. Correct? So here are certain possibility that we are using for might. Hope it has made a lot of sense to you guys. I know there are certain more modal verbs that I have missed it for today, but I don't want to make my video very long one. In my coming videos, I'll talk about certain more modal verbs and I'll tell you what exactly is the way I have to use it. So till the time, I'm saying goodbye and signing off for today.